So yeah, there's there's quite a lot to do. And none of the paths like meet back up like they do in the first game. It's all splits. And if I remember correctly, and this is just, not really worth guessing, but I think it's like half of them are bad endings and the other half are like, you know, information or locks. Maybe sometimes both. But either way. Um with that in mind, I believe we have decided to go back and immediately try to figure out what Fi's fucking deal is by picking the other option. Now I get to attempt to use the speed setting. Oh, that doesn't work.
1 minute remains until Ambidex
So
game polling closes.
the weird thing is, I remember in the one that I watched, the 3DS version, there was just like a little button you can tap to skip, you know, in the middle of the game. But here I have to pause the game to go to here to turn it on, and it's kind of annoying me. But so I mean, we know now that she's gonna betray us, so we're gonna have to betray her. It sucks, but we're just gonna have to do it. There's no way that all of us know exactly where this is going.
So, you chose betray. Did you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Fi might choose betray?
I have no idea what I'm doing at any time.
Huh? Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
I feel like someone's controlling me.
From round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Huh?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you.
Man, I'm so terrible.
Why did you do it? Nothing to say? I guess I misjudged you. I thought you were better than this.
He's not.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. A Latin proverb.
You mean shut up? I hate you.
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god.
I don't care.
Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. you're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
I mean, seriously, I couldn't stand that a long time ago.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
Or figure out why we had to hear that again.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while. Okay?
Okay. And then they murdered me. I guess. You know, it's always my inclination to say that the protagonist is me, but the last thing I want to do is be Sigma. So, that went well. I'm guessing we all know what we're doing now. I believe it is. I think so, anyway. Actually, can't be too sure. If we're, I assume you want to go figure out what we've unlocked. How did that situation unlock this scenario? Oh, we can come back to it. But I assume that's not what you want. Yeah. Right. Okay, yeah. I don't know if you mean, like, go back in the timeline. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Da-da-da. Oh,
You
yeah.
chose
this-
Ally, right?
What? Yeah.
Are you sure that was okay?
Did we not just do this? No, apparently not.
You sound pretty sure of yourself. What? Okay. Let's go.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
There it was. Probably shouldn't have skipped over that. That's okay.
I see. So you remember it too? The other round 2. Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay? Yes. That was not a smart move, Sigma.
I'm known for those.
I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
Yoshi, you picked a hell of a timeline to start on.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Fi?
Yeah. You're the only one who didn't vote ally.
These plebeians.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here. Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
I don't want to know anything about what just happened.
You're in my way.
Sir,
Move.
is this all? Yeah, hold on. Ta-da! I explained it! Bombs. This is fucking riveting. Thank you, game.
Fine. Forget about it. This time you chose ally and I chose betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Huh?
Hmm?
Hmm? I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah. I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
Oh man, that's a relief. Please don't scare us like that again.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
120 of them.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long. Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
Wait, that wasn't the line they used. What?
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
That is a new line reading. That's weird.
I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
That is so great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair. The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan? What color would you get by adding your red to that? Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Was that distinction necessary, or?
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about. They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. Kinda worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Huh? What is it?
Go on. What?
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Oh, that. Okay.
Where?
No. That's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
Why?
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
Exactly.
That is a concern for later.
Oh,
At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
why?
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Yeah, we're gonna go waste time, look at some bombs.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... let's see...
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
I actually have no idea where this is going. But the timeline doesn't look like it actually has room for another puzzle room, so... Sure are.
So it seems. I've been here the whole time. Oh. I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad. I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here. I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
How could I forget? It was really stupid. Yeah, right?
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
No. If the ninth line ate the sun was kind of a weird doom wad, I have to admit.
Why do you say that? You're right. Do you know what it means? The Latin part. What about the other part?
That's why I'm so damn bothered they didn't give Sigma a voice. Like, it stands out way more now, and it's like, they could have given... I wouldn't have been all that weird.
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
You expect Sigma to figure out anything?
Huh? Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert. Oh, that. That's from, this. Look at the back. Yeah. A memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
It means be aware of something.
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind. Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard.
I say that a lot, actually.
I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive. That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language.
You can't have character. You're an idiot.
Volapsum semel, occasionum, non ipsi protest Jupiter, reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
I know.
Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone. There's something else we need to do too, though.
Make out.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So... yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
I will say, one of my favorite things is to, after playing each of these games, I go back and look at, or just rewatch it. And then I just notice all the little hints and stuff to all this, twists. But this is the only game I haven't done that with yet, because I already do know everything. So, I am seeing a lot of it here. It's pretty funny.
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually. We can talk while we look. Now get started. I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds. Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds. Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
It's funny, the one I watched did not get to this part of the path until much later, so getting it right out the gate is pretty weird.
Oh well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I touched her boob. What? Yeah. I was kind of thinking about one, but the moonwalk is, yeah.
Was that supposed to be moonwalking?
I just got done playing Moonwalker.
Yeah, sure. But you might want to try going backward next time, not forward.
How do you know?
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Anyway, you just did the moonwalk, right? But you could have chosen to scratch your head or cross your arms. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity.
Yoshi, that's kind of a...
Each of those branches is an alternate world.
all Sigmas are dumb Sigmas.
A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her?
Yeah, right.
What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Even a snail.
Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air?
Fire's explaining everything. We just got here.
I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf? Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
I imagine 0.
Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you.
Again, now that I've played 999, I don't understand how that led to this.
Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you? Also,
Well, I think they're both in school. Like, Sigma's in college and Phi's an idiot.
Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too. All right. Everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah.
It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box. This'll only take a minute. Now look. What do you see? From now on, that's a cat.
I mean, it kind of always...
A living cat.
Oh.
This is important. Got it? Oh, man.
I just remembered that you're Sigma.
This again? I find that hard to believe.
I find both of you hard to believe.
Ugh, fine. Maybe I can just ignore it. All right, what else do you see?
Yikes.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material. And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas. Idiot. It's not really full of gas.
You're going to continue with this explanation despite the fact that you are talking to this man.
This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight? And the jar of ink? Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
And then we gave Sigma a chart because he's...
If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break.
I don't know. Like, it's so weird.
These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box.
What?
Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box.
I don't think Sigma would, regardless.
Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
Like, if there was a siren in there telling you that the cat was alive, he'd still be like, what?
And what if the jar doesn't break? Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
She couldn't tell that's a pun. It's the same...
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead? Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
He's dead!
Nope. You're wrong. That's wrong too.
You remember when I was playing the third game and I got really upset that I couldn't shoot Sigma?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive. It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth.
The funny thing, there's actually a reason for that.
That's what's happening with the alpha particles.
And yet, phi stays the same. It's just not fair.
Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities. Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat.
Every time you smile, I just get a little sadder inside.
The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness. Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up. Insane?
Why did it have to be a cat? Why couldn't it be something lame, like, I don't know, spider? You know, something that's okay to die.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you? Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote? But what happened this time? Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button? I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange?
No.
You do see what I'm saying, don't you? Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die.
Look at this die on the throne.
I found it over there. Let me give you one last example. All right, answer this question. What number is the die on?
Well, 4 is the worst number.
Okay, I'm going to open the lid. Good job. You got it right.
Ooh.
Was it? Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid.
A cat was dying?
What number was the die on? Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter. Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least. Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was. Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
All of that 30 minutes of explanation, that's all I wanted to say.
We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point.
That...
Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds. Yeah. That's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump.
How convenient.
Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
Until it becomes convenient.
Yeah. If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just... well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters? And what if you've got it backwards?
What if the box was locked inside of us?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside. Yeah. We might be determining the history of the world outside.
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it. What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb.
Oh, that thing that isn't important.
The number 2 bomb is in the control room. Yeah.
No.
This is one of them, all right. No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Well, not really, but, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us. Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
Great.
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
If we hadn't decided to look for that bomb, it wouldn't exist.
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine. Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
Didn't we?
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white. We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them... Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team. Yeah,
Sure.
well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help. He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
We should be safe from the bomb as long as it doesn't explode.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Huh?
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
The reactor.
Mr. Octopus, we meet again.
Yeah. There are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen. 3.5 kilograms. If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
So what you're saying is, if the bomb explodes, we die.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
Know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, my job? Did you hear about that from Alice?
She said that?
Oh. Well, she's right then. That's, what we call the coffee machines.
You're terrible.
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe.
Oh, I thought she was going to claim that she really does use antimatter or coffee.
It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's your real job?
Who cares?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified. The government?
The government?
Okay, now her animation just flat out isn't working correctly.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
If it's less than, like, an hour, I don't know how the fuck.
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Oh, well, okay, about an hour.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
So walking down here and having that conversation, and then this conversation took an hour.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Wait, they tested that, or I actually missed it? Didn't blow anything up though, but you know.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
Ah.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Fucking. This is the best shot ever.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of.
Now have the shot in HD.
The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them,
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs? Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes.
But
No buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand?
Search K, that'll go well.
No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? No? Alright. Let's see.
Sigma's like, me, do me.
Huh? What? Why? How can you... There's no way.
That's dumb. That's dumb. That makes no sense. That's dumb. Unless, of course, they actually couldn't find the detonator at all. But assuming that the detonator is there and that they could have found it, the fact that that's a game over or a to be continued, as it were. That's dumb. I don't like that outcome. If you guys are gonna be sticking around, I'll go ahead and make another cut in the recording, because I would definitely like to keep going. A little shorter this time, but